Hello, welcome to another session. But before I start, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to the 23rd edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. And before I continue, please sorry for starting late. No, it's just my team trying to put one thing in order. We're very sorry. Yes, I want to start now. As volatility lasts, whether you are trading in the night or in the day, set your word, your stop loss, and remove emotion from your trading and your investing decision. Why I start with this again is I'm telling you we're seeing volatility being prolonged. Yes, despite that we saw kind of a shift for between the two presidents to compromise either for peace or for settlement, and that also when it happened, so it brought down the rallying oil price and other commodity prices as yesterday. But most of them are trying like also to pick up again. This tells that this volatility will continue as far as a volatile market. The environment is not too conducive. Everybody is being careful. A lot of sectors are already being affected with this rally we're seeing in oil prices. That means volatility will continue. It will stay for a while, and that's why you need to stay put with your what with your trading gadget, like putting this stop loss number one, removing emotion from your decision taking when you are trading is very key. But before I go into looking at the market, this is a kind of a platform for us to educate and at the same time share what is happening in the market. But today, to minimize your risk in this market and grow your capital during these global uncertainties, for me, it's very important for you to depend on what on your technical analysis to guide you. And don't forget that the questions around this period is that one, I'll add this question so that you can ask me somehow depends on where the answer or to speculate comes from. Let me like it that way. Because as long as we don't know how long this conflict will last, and also how long the price of even oil and other commodities will go, and also how quick all the central banks are likely also to adjust their or hike rate or adjust rate, just to control inflation. Don't know how long it's going to last. That means also what class of assets should I put my money as we speak now? Knowing the importance of what we call play safe or go to defensive, you need to understand where will I go at this point. All these things is not in your own making. You don't know how long all these things will last, and you don't know how far they will go. But one thing is in your favor. What is in your side that you have the decision to make, and with the help of your technical analysis and happen around you, you can make your decision. That means at this point now, what is needed of is that you want to know, what how to play to be safe. One, and at the same time to keep on getting what your return. Even when there's risk in the market, how can you manage this to make the money? That is why risk to reward. Let me put that language. You need to know to balance these two, and if you know you need to also to know exactly where you go. Is it should I go to equity? Which kind of portfolio should I have? Should I put all my money in stock, or should I put my money? No, all this is what we answering, and I want to address this kind of situation before we go into looking at the state of the market and go into the chart itself. I will tell you to address all these matters, no matter what it is, to address it, because there is always opportunity in the market if you're able to balance your risk and your return. I'm telling you, almost for you to take advantage of what is happening, or even to understand the trend that market, you must have a trading plan. And you must, I think what I say, you must have a trading plan. This trading plan will tell you exactly what to do. Whether you are investing or you are trading, you must have a plan. The plan you have was to guide the kind of setup you be, the kind of stock you should invest, how long you should stay, the kind of you also, because you know the source of your fund, how long you know you're going to stay in position. It is your plan that will make this thing. And the first thing again that you should do after having a plan is to execute that plan. Many people have plan, but their plan don't guide them. They work opposite of their plan because they are not looking at their plan. After you have a plan to trade, once they execute your plan is very important. Once you're able to execute your plan, that means you are coming closer to your goal. But many people have plan, they follow market up and down, they follow bandwagon, they follow the toast of the market because they don't have. If you have plan, you know exactly what to do. Yes, globally you can see that what happened yesterday, that market tried to rebound. Is that going to kind of encourage people to dive into the market now? Because if you have a plan, is there any confirmation for you to say the market has rebounded? Can I jump in? No, you have your plan will tell you how to play and it will also guide you. Now that you have a plan, on that, the next thing you do that in your plan, there's a strategy to adopt, at any given time, whether you're professional or you are just coming up as a mentor. It is that plan that you are implementing that will guide you whether in a bull market or in a bear market. But if you don't have plan, I'm telling you, we are guessing. And when we are guessing, you are about to what to do mistake, and you are about to what to get your finger burnt. You are about to what to lose your capital. For me not to lose your capital, for you to get your finger burnt, you need to have your plan and also follow your plan. If you are following your plan, as I said earlier, you have the plan already. You are following the plan. One thing that is very important, I want to explain that three things that is very important in your plan that is very good. In a bull market or on a bear market, there are different scenarios. When bull market is going, you can see, try to see market coming down. After you look at the support level, also look at, when market is ending up, want to look at the resistance level and all those stuff. But the theory is that, or the simple practice is that, one, I said, in an up market, you buy the dips. In an up market, I can say that as we speak now, our market has formed like an uptrend. In really that uptrend, we have four patterns in an uptrend in a market: accumulation, markup, and distribution, and the markdown. I told you earlier yesterday that we are seeing a market and a distribution phase. That after seeing like almost 5 days down. But yesterday, market kind of had a rebound yesterday. This morning, if you look at the market, it's also maintaining that trend. Then can we say at this time now, is it a markup or no, an accumulation phase? I will tell you, because of the distribution phase. Now, when another confirmation is made, when the market break out that 47,613, then that is where you can say market are building another strong support, strong resistance level. Then you can now start jumping in if you see the volume that really help the market to break out. But if market start correcting down here again, you also be looking at a strong support level where you can jump into the market. That is why I want to address this issue. I said, in an up market, buy the dips, fine. In a down market, sell into any rally. That means if market is on the bearish side, is trending down, any stock that rebound, even the market maker, because during a bear market, rallies is always very fast and short-lived. Because my rally is always very fast and short-lived in a down market, that's why you sell into any rally you see what in a bear market. But in an uptrend market, that is, you can see from January to today, you can see our market has maintained a momentum of uptrend. Before we just saw these 5 previous before yesterday, we tried to, like, after it has trend for a while. You see, that is what we are watching until market breakout this 47,613 up before we can start jumping for another what upright. Because I tell you that when market is making higher high, you can take the chance to buy, because as you are buying, you are averaging up and averaging down. For me, it's a good one. Let's wait, because market rebound yesterday and this morning at this hour to speak, we are still seeing an uptrend. Yes, or to come to state of market. That is what I want to let you know. That is the first point. Whether in a bull market, in a bear market, in an uptrend, buy into the dip, and in a down market, sell into any rally, because rally do not last during what rally do not last during that market. That means trends in this down market are very fast and also short-lived easily. But you see a trend building, before you know it start coming down. That's why you need to sell into any rally. Another one that put your eggs in just in instrument or investment window you understand. This is not a time, because it's a very volatile period and a very uncertain environment. You don't just take your money to guess. Put your eggs in instrument or investment window you understand, so that you can play it effectively. If really that, do not have your eggs in many baskets. Many people are I did not have your money, because if you are trying to take a control the risk you have, you don't invest in anything, because if all of them go down at once, you are in soup. That is why you need to put your money in an instrument where you understand. Put your eggs in where you understand, so that at the end of the day, you have cost. Because when you are specifically looking at one thing, or looking at the general thing, they are different. Because if you put your money in one thing and that is where your eye is at any time, you can manage effectively. But when you put your eye in many things, you are bound to do mistake or delay in taking decision. Then the last one today is which I mentioned yesterday too. Position sizing. Reduce your exposure in the market or in any trade. Because in a volatile market, you don't put all your capital, like I said yesterday, all in that position. No, you invest you leverage a little before you can see the confirmed trend. For that is why when I saw UCAP yesterday, when it was marked down, So the way it came down yesterday. Now you can see the volume yesterday. People jump into it. Even though it was marked down yesterday. Today also that such as high as almost 12:50 before coming down to where it is today. No, at this hour. Let's say that you need to understand this. Know how to position those that that take position advantage of that stock yesterday when they mark down they enter. Those that are waiting for the mark down. Any moment from now when they reach their number, it's going up. It towards the end of either the end of April or mid-April or early April when it's talking in the market. That is how to invest. You must not jump into any position fully with all the capital you have. You must not start your positioning. This is for the education this morning. But before we go further, I want to look at the state of the market as we speak now. I will tell you the market is in green. Yes, this green. I'll tell you, some big cap stocks are already on the gainers chart, and whenever they are there, they are about to see an up market, and that is why those 5 or 6 stocks that control about 70% of the market index in terms of influencing their movement up and down. They are good to be your portfolio. Can to also balance your portfolio. But at the same time too, if you want to take a position, it is not enough to look at the index alone, especially down in our market here, local market. You want to look at the sectorial indices to also guide you what is happening in the sector. But those that have no sectorial index, you can look at them also individually to see how they're going and compare them with the others in that same industry to give you a clear direction when you are charting or when you are taking a decision. Yes, as we speak now, market is in green. I've said it earlier. The market has touched as high as 47,371.8. Now it's around the 47,330, 353. You can see that the market is getting. For me, it's a good one. The market is in green about 0.18, which is okay for me. But if you look at the market breadth, there's a little imbalance there. We're seeing more losers this morning than the gainers. But because the high cap stocks among the gainers, as the market is in red. You can see that as we speak now, market is losing. To speak now, about 13 stocks are in red, while the top losers in that position on that category are Royal Exchange, ABC Transport, Me and Baker, Transcorp, and MCMB. On the gainers chart, yes, as we speak now, we have 9 gainers on the gainers chart, including the big giants like MTN and the Nigeria Brewery. But in that 9 stocks that are gaining, I'll take you the top 5 gainers as we speak now, and then remain Arrow School, find its way again. Surface at the top gainers now, gain almost 10%. Arrow School followed by Presco. Presco, this stock because of the news that came to the market yesterday. From that news, investors are already kind of anticipating what is likely to come from this company after their 23rd after their board meeting that's coming up on the 23rd of March 2022. That will determine from there if this company comes with a good bonus, like we're kind of forecasting a bonus of 1 for 10 likely, and also a dividend. If any dividend above 2 naira or even 4 naira or 5, will also, in addition to that, will be very fantastic. If they got to give us 10 naira, wow, market will go. That means this is a company that their full year non-retail account was seen about 18 naira, 85 kobo, earning per share, to top the industry in terms of performance for that 2021 financial year. It's a good thing for Presco, but the outcome in terms of the meeting and also the payout ratio, but we can see that many companies that this is have shown us that they are, our managers saying the company most investors have shown in them. I think they are giving us a good reward in terms of a high payout. That is also, if it comes from Presco, the price we are seeing is just a starting point. It depends on the market for us. And also, don't forget, I said, if don't be greedy when you are making your profit, you are good to go. Don't be greedy because the things at times can go sour. That means you need to also know when to take profit. It's very, very important. But we won't just look at the market. We start looking, looking at the top trade in volume. And I said this top trade in volume. Sorry, I didn't mention all the 5 gainers this morning. As I say, ROTB School, Presco, Gain Insurance, Police Microfinance, and Owando. These are the top gainers. And the top trade in terms of volume, as we speak now, Fidelity is leading, followed by MTN, UBA, PZ, and Niger Insurance. These are the market state now to speak. But before I go into chart, the update in terms of notification that hit the market this morning. We saw the notification from Police Microfinance, one from ABC Transport, and NCR, NCR Nigeria PSC, notifying the investing public of their board meeting before the end of 31st, which is the last day for them to release the result. I can see that in any exchange or in a stock market investing, people trade what we call news and rumor. You can see that yesterday when the management of RHB school notified the market, you can see how the news that changed the face of RHB school, press school. As we speak now, the notification that came from police microfinance, that is an MPF, microfinance, has just changed the face of the stock again. And don't forget that that stock has kind of formed, they touched the year high of 2 naira 20 kobo. That is from like the stronger, resistant level. It has done like twice at that level. It came down, but as we speak now, the stock is also looking at around 2 naira 70 kobo, which is good for investors. For me, we're seeing that market is gradually trying to breathe out. Then we'll see what market close this the afternoon. We expect that before the day will conclude where before the day run out, we'll know where the market closed for today. Yesterday, this hard market started positive and it ended positive. We hope that that trend will continue today because we are seeing that more results are expected. We're still looking forward to see results from Access Bank, the one from Fixing, the one from Total, from a lot of them. Press code, we know exactly the date is coming now. And when these results come, we know exactly where the market will be. But I know that Access Bank results to come and change the market and also change the movement in the trend of assets as we speak now. Yes, quick one. We'll go back to our chart as usual. We need to go there. That is where we want to look at what is happening in the market. We want to know exactly what is happening in the market as we speak. Yes, this is the what we call the NGS index action. But I try to leave it like this to discuss before I change it to candlestick. If you look at this formation, this is the line. You can use a line or a candlestick. But from here, it become clearer. You can see that the market has a strong resistance here, which is 47,000, no, 613. And you can see that after the market after trend, after trend for this period, there was a kind of a correction here, a pullback here. That pullback was solved for how many days? For 5 straight days before market look up, yesterday. And you can see that the trend of that yesterday is continuing. Market, as I said earlier, has touched as high as what 47,371.52. As we speak now, market is around the 47,553, which is good, low of around the 353 for the day. For me, it's a good one for the market this morning. And if you go back down here and look at the volume here, I see that the volume is green. And don't forget that 300 and something is about the average traded volume of the market. If anything above, we tell that the volume traded is high. Then let's quickly go to our analysis. Yeah, this is candlestick as well. You can see that the candlestick can also give you a kind of interpretation to see what is happening here. You can see yourself. See the green here. You can see that this for a day chart is already looking up. Once market breakout, this 300 and then that will not confirm and open. We are seeing a reversal now. Then a reversal with a good volume. We saw it yesterday, but the volume today was above the average, around the 300 and the 336 million shares were traded yesterday. If that trend is maintained, I will see buying momentum. Yesterday, the market rate was positive, as high as 30 against the 12. This morning, you can see this was likewise almost the same thing we saw yesterday, but we're seeing also a build on what we saw yesterday. It's a good one if the market can maintain this trend today and tomorrow. That means market is fully coming back. And if what is happening also in Eurozone also kind of subside, that will also be a plus if the two presidents, as they mentioned, that ready to compromise for peace to reign, let them go ahead and make sure that they settle. Just for peace to reign is very important. I think that is good so that they can shift their goalposts, they can shift so that peace will return and they could negotiate again and we'll see the war moving on. Because what is happening, if there's nothing, is going to cause another global recession. And when things are high and the federal bank also try to manage this interest rate is high, you know what it is. When you have rate and people are not access to have a cheaper fund to run the economy and all those, going to also stifle what growth. That's why I said if care is not taken, it might lead to another global recession. But as we speak, the market is looking good this hour. Yes, as usual, we cannot just look at the market with only the candlestick alone. We need to add other indicators to give us exactly what is happening. You can see as we speak now, on this Bollinger, you can see it here yourself that the market is above the 20 days moving average already as to speak. Yes, let's see how I go as to speak. It's already above it. I want to remove the polygon band and bring the T line. So I want it to be clearer so that we can get what we want to do, so that we know where the T line is before I call that Bollinger Band. I've shown you well. Let's look at the T line. Said that the fastest way for me to make my decision, that to hold or what, or to sell. Because when it crosses up and down, it gives me an indication. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at exponential, or the one that just came. Yeah, don't forget that a quick catch will help you to really understand. Okay, I think the blue is. Let me make it red so that you can understand what I want to achieve here. I want to achieve here. I want to understand the state of the market. As to speak now, this is the T line. When I call T line, if you understand what I mean by T line, you can see the T line now. You can see when you see the T line here, you can see the index action is a bit far from it, closer to it. You can see it cross very far, move up again, above the T line. But as to speak now, you can see that the market is marginally above the T line. Tell you that yes, that means we can still hold our position. It's not it's time to start fidgeting or start running, or let's still watch the market because it's still above the T line marginally, which is good for me. I tell you that the market, that's why I said these 2 days rally, yesterday and day afternoon, morning to this hour, was seen an up market. Let's see how it's going to also end. I can speak that there's a kind of on a day chart. Let me quickly go to 1 hour chart. I want to confirm something. Instead of money flow index, we want to confirm what it's doing at this point so that it will help us to know. Like I said yesterday, you can see that the blue line has crossed the the red one from now, to show you that on the hourly chart the market is MACD is feeling the market is bullish. It's a bullish MACD already, and money flow is still looking up on hourly chart. Tells you that this market is strong. And also on average chart, you can quickly see here that the market is above what, above the trend line. This trend line is 8 days exponential movement exponential. You can see it here. You can use the weighted average or the one that works for you. You can see it tells that the market is strong on hourly chart. For me, it's a good one. And fund is still entering the market. You can see it here, leading around 59. But on a day chart, let's go back to day chart. That's why the money flow is also telling us that no fund is market, even though market is going up this morning, that liquidity is not entering as expected. But let's wait because the point of reversing is very, very high, especially as we're expecting more earnings to hit the market. That will also support our market as we speak. Yes, I would say the market is okay. Now, I told you that knowing that MACD is also a lag indicator, but see, when it crossed from here, it also gives us that, but market is below the average moving average as we speak. And my fastest way to confirm whether there is a change in trend is still very intact. For me, I'm not panicking. That's for the market. For quick one, if we're saying that the top trade was seeing MTN, being among the top trade, we saw also Resco, and we saw what's happening in the police microfinance. I want to quickly look at the police microfinance to know what is happening there. I said that in this market, in equity market, you trade what news and rumor. Because of information that came to the market, we know how that information changed the inflation. Even when earnings were released, you see how the market reacted to those earnings before the panic started heating up. Before we now saw kind of a relief marginally yesterday as the market tried to look up in the midst of volatility. Let's look at what is happening now in MPF, Police Microfinance. Then look at MTN. If I'm going to come with us, we also look at the Presco. But Presco has maintained that momentum and uptrend. Let's look at Police Microfinance, what is happening there right away, so that we know exactly what is happening there, and also get our. We need to know what is happening there to speak now. Look at the police microfinance and see what is happening. But I see that the market is still very strong. Let's see, like I said earlier, until we see the market breaking down the 47,000, but still, we're seeing now that market is trying to move up far from this 14,000 after hitting as low as one 14,154. Market is trying to even look north instead of looking down. It's a good one for me for the market. The market is also expecting something to happen. Yes, we're looking at this stock. Now, I was saying it was doing a 117. Now to speak now, it's already at 118. I said the strong resistance level of this stock is what? It's a 2 naira 20 kobo. If ahead of the news of the board meeting was seeing another kind of buying interest in this stock, for me, it's a good one. It's a good one for the stock, and you need to watch it. And before I turn it to candlestick, can you look at the formation here? You can see that this stock is not the way it trend up and down. You can see the way it trend. But for you to catch all this, you have to be a technician or a trade with technical analysis so that you know exactly when to go and in and when to go out. But here, you saw what happened at that 2020 here. You touch it here, one, two, this like double top. It came down. We're not seeing another trend towards that. That's why, as a smart investor or trader, what you look at here, when you get to this level, if you have made profit, what you do, you sell 50% of what you have and keep that 15. You break out of it a high volume. If I don't mind coming back, but I see as it's approaching that another resistance level, you have done it here. If you come again, I'm confident that will be what called triple top. Sorry, that triple top when it reverse and down, it become a triple top. No, but when it goes up, this resistance can have form support level for the stock. But we are seeing now trade already doing a work 18. If before the market close a breakout or even tomorrow, that this resistance automatically will turn to support once you break it out up again. It's a good one, but let's change this thing toward this line toward candle formation for easy understanding. Why candle is that you want to know the mode where the market is when it's crossing your T line down or T line up. Even when it's breaking out, a resistance level or support level, you need to know the mode because candlestick, I said earlier, give you the psychology of players in the market or players in a particular stock. That's why you need to know the performance, the reaction, or their psychology at that particular time. That's why your candlestick is very important. As I speak now, you can see here, jump up to this where it is now, 2 naira 18 naira. You can see the candlestick here. Let's pick one, bring the Bollinger Band and the T line up here. You can see there's activities, in the stock. You can see that the Bollinger Band is still wide. That means there is still what momentum in the stock as we speak. Activities in the stock. I mean, people are still expecting, and that's why they are still waiting to see. You can see your money flow, and lastly, our T line. You can see our T line here. Our T line, our T line, and our T line and the 20 days moving average. The price action of the stock is above that position. For me, it's a good one because if you can see the market trading above the T line and also sorry, you can see the stock price action above the T line and the 20 days it is very strong as we speak now. Stock is doing a 2 naira 18 kobo flat, which is good. It's open and it jump up here. You can see, and also the good thing that if you look at here is very, very important for you. For those that are interested in this stock, this is a class for education. You can see what we're seeing here. You see what I said earlier for the market is also happening here. You can see that the histogram here have been bearish, but when it started reducing, it's turning now. It's what we call when this one was coming down, this one was coming that was divergent what between the price and what. But when it was flat here, you can see that it was coming down, and this one was coming down. That was kind of divergent. You can see here now that the blue line is crossing the red one, and this is called a signal, a buy signal in what in MACD. You can see as crossing now. See this line here as crossing. I can see the way when it was reducing almost to cross over to now to form what called a bullish MACD. This is nice for police microfinance. Technically, this stock is strong, and fundamentally, it's equally strong because after the January when they release their results on a detailed account, they have about 41, 42 kobo, earning per share for full year. and if it's a company that pay you or a bank that pay you 25 kobo the previous year, when they have less than that earning per share, the probably that they're going to pay you 30 kobo each year. And if they're paying 30 kobo and the stock is selling below no 3 naira, below 250, then that you can see that the yield there is about almost 12%, even more at that time. No, from now, if the dividend come, this will also guide you for those income investors. And don't forget that most of the portfolio that go for dividend, this stock is one of them because they are consistent in their dividend payment. Yes, for me, police microfinance is looking good at this current time in the market. It's all in favor of the stock. Technically, or even the sentiment and the fundamental are in support of this price going up. For that, investors or traders in the market should watch carefully on this stock. Yes, before our time runs out. Oh, our time is fast spent. That means we won't be going to to MTN this morning, but I know there's a positive momentum for MTN and that of what ROB School as we speak now. For me, the market is good, looking good. Yes, we'll draw the curtain here. See you tomorrow by God grace. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel because I'll speak now. This discussion will be there posted there for you to get notification, subscribe to it. And also, I said it earlier that you should know you go to your calendar, look at the itinerary for the month of April, and the April 2nd is prepared for us to share what will help you to boost your portfolio and your returns going into this volatility and the uncertainty that comes with the election year ahead. For that, you need to also to play safe. Those strong stocks and strong sectors will be shared, as I've said earlier. Not only shared, also where you are seeing opportunity that you can take advantage by entering on time. Also, will be discussed at the class. See you tomorrow, and God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your trading day. Now let's turn attention to the equities market now.